into the wall, the 9 of Chase Elliott. Out of turn 4, Chase Elliott into the wall. You see the fire coming out the right side. And he comes right back in front of the
Fire
field.
on the right side here.
Yeah, this thing is heavily damaged.
He came over the radio talking about a right rear tire issue. We'll have to see.
Climbs out of the race car, but the fire's still burning on that right side. Leading the race, Chase Elliott into the wall out of turn 4, and now out of the race. Coming in, he was the playoff leader.
Oh, looks like something broke. I mean, he had a moment where he got a little loose, or either something on the car failed, like a right rear tire or something, but just a wiggle right there. There are a lot of bumps over there in that corner, and it's just really hard for us to tell. 34 green flag laps on that set. Right around the 30 to 40 lap window is when we are seeing some tires fail, when these teams try to push it with settings and air pressures and so forth.
Another big hit, and this one by Chase Elliott.
Another playoff driver.
There's the right
Bell, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott.
I was going to say, Steve, he said over the radio he thought a right rear tire, or mentioned a right rear tire or something, but when we see it, it looks like it's holding air. So
yeah, it's hard to tell down in the grass, to your point, but it's not off the wheel or anything like that. So I would agree with you, Junior. It looks like it's holding air in this location. Marty.
And that's what I was looking at. He did indeed come on the radio and talk about the right rear, and it had been building. He had mentioned that a couple of times throughout the race today. So Chase Elliott, think about their first round, Rick. I mean, Darlington, he got into the wall there. This is why you work so hard in the regular season. They stacked up all of those points. And here again, round of 12, first race, Chase Elliott's going to be out of it.
To your point, Junior, you know, it's hard for us to analyze over those bumps exactly what's happening, but that is just how on edge these drivers are as well. I mean, you know, if they were locked down, we would say, well, absolutely something wrong with the car because we haven't seen a car wiggle, but it's been anything but that. We have seen so many great saves, just a handful of laps. It was Bubba Wallace into turn 1. That was one of the best saves we've seen. Now it's the exit of turn 4, and just the car goes up the track and real estate, runs out of real estate, and it's a big hit for this 9 car. Remember, he didn't score any stage points at all today. So this car is going to finish 32nd on the grid. So when he falls to 32nd, it's going to be a major, major setback in the points. I know he came in as the leader with those 40 playoff points with the reset, Rick, but this is not the start anyone's looking for.
And Steve, on Countdown to Green, we all discussed about the next races. Talladega, the Roval, 2 exceptionally difficult races to get through. Not just run well, but to even get through. And now you got a guy like Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Bowman, all those guys, they now are challenged with those upcoming races. Their playoffs and opportunity to win a championship just got tougher.
Yeah, and the other drivers that are still on the racetrack, you have to step on these guys while they're down. I mean, that's part of it, right? You can't give points up now, right? Blaney, Suarez, Chastain running 1, 2, 3, Byron in 5th, Cindric, a great recovery in 9th. You know, those playoff drivers, they want this to hurt for the 9. And the way that happens is the other playoff guys have to have great days.
Well, one playoff driver who had a worse day is Christopher Bell. He finishes 34th in this race, and Kim's with him.